Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-14-1, the Tier 7 Soviet SPG. It's located on the northeast spawn of Arctic region, otherwise known as Mannerheim Line, and is under the command of Red Devil 1. Now this is an Arty that was actually moved out of the main tech tree and into the collectors tab, and the Tier 7 Arty, the main one, has now become the S51, but this is still one that's liked by a lot of players. And mainly I suppose because very few people play it well, and so it's actually much easier to mark this vehicle than it is some of the other ones. Plus of course it's got the 152mm howitzer, and that's what he's armed with there, and that can do a lot of damage because it's got a fast reload, just under 20 seconds. Well, Red Devil 1 is aiming towards the west side of the map, and he's looking at the lookout just up on the duck. Yes, it's called the duck because the shape of the if you look at the mini-map, there's a duck shape on one side and there's a cat shape on the other. And he fired a round in there, a blind shot, and he got a hit. Somebody was up there, wasn't spotted, but he got a hit on them. So they're pretty angry right now because this 152mm will actually do 700 hit points of alpha and 38mm of penetration and 7.6 meters burst radius. He's now aiming towards a poodle. It goes to the right, but it still stuns him, and he's picked up some stun assist. Now the thing about earning marks is consistency of damage. You have to be consistently earning quite a reasonably high amount of damage every game you play with an Arty in order to third market. He fires at the AMX M449, the Liberté, and he stuns this one as well, and he's picked up more stun assist. It's basically a Tiger 2 in French clothes, you could say, but it's very similar to a Tiger 2, but it is an AMX tank. He's almost loaded. It looks like he's going to try. Oh, no, he doesn't even have to because he's been taken out of the game. Progetto 46 next. Now he's pulling back into cover. Red Devil 1 fires a round in, and it lands just in front of him, but still stuns him. But he was spotted by somebody, and it looks like there's an enemy light tank just to the south of him, and that would be the either the Type 52, T52, or Type 64. I think it's the Type actually, somewhere off to the south of him. Here he comes! Oh, lovely hit! And the Type 64 is taken out of the game with a shot by the M44 in our team. So good job, he was up there waiting for Red Devil 1 to fire his round. The moment the Type 64 was winged, and he picked up 46 hit points from a pen, a low roll, and the M44 finished him off. Okay, we're looking at a rock where there appears to be a KV-122 just behind the rock. He's lining up a shot. Trying to get a shot in there, but the KV-122 keeps staying behind the rock. Oh, there's somebody in the open. VK-3001P. It lands short, but it's still 138 hit points of damage and loads of stun assists being picked up. And he's moving position again. You can see 2 marks on the barrel of Red Devil 1's SU-14-1 already. Now, I don't know if many of you know that, but the Red Devils are the Parachute Regiment parachute display team, and they do parachute displays all over the United Kingdom during the summer months on behalf of the British Army as a sort of like promotion. And I've actually jumped with Red Devils, yes, because I skydive as well. And back when I was learning, which was back in the 1980s, I actually got to jump with 2 of the guys from the television program, The Paras. Yes, there was a television program on BBC TV, and a couple of the guys from The Paras actually joined the Red Devils, or the Red Freds as we call them, and I got to jump with them whilst they were learning as well. So we had a lot of fun together. I still enjoy skydiving, although I haven't jumped for many years. The last time I jumped was in the year 2000, and that was actually in Russia. I was actually in Moscow at the time, and a friend suggested we go out skydiving, and he knew of a Russian military place where they actually had a commercial skydiving setup. And so, yeah, I went out there and jumped out of a Russian biplane, one of those old, I think, they've forgotten the name of the plane now, but it was one of their biplanes, one of their transport planes. And yes, I jumped out of the back of that, kind of like a parachutist would, a paratrooper would. And that was a lot of fun. Jumping into snow is quite different to jumping on land, because the snow absorbs most of the impact when you land. But of course, it depends on which parachute you use. If you use a square, it's a lot easier on your feet wherever you are. But if you use a round, then, and I didn't have a square with me at the time, so I had to jump around. And so I was very grateful to land in the snow, because it cushioned the fall. Okay, aiming for a Nashorn, lining him up, almost loaded, rounds out. Oh yes, that's a kill. That's probably a penetrating shot on the Nashorn there. The enemy Arty's come into sight. There's only 3 enemies left, so this is going to end in a victory. I doubt if the enemy's going to do well. That Lorraine just got hit by our M44. And Red Devil 1 fires a round in. Unfortunately, pulls the camera back, but he did get a kill. It's unfortunate we didn't get to see the kill. I think we can run that back as a replay, and hopefully this time round we'll get to see the shell impact. He lines the shell up on the Lorraine. Now I'm going to take control of the camera here. He fires the round in, he pulls the view away, but yeah, there we go. That's much more satisfying. Seeing the impact on the enemy, Arty takes him out. Just the T25-2 left to go, and one other, the Wizzy 1201 GFT, who was up on the duck. Going for the T25, he's on the move. Line him up, rounds out. Oh, it fell short and hit the rock face, so unfortunately he didn't get any damage there. The Wizzy 120 has gone down. The T25-2 stunned. He was tracked, but he fixed his tracks and he's now moving. Red Devil 1's loaded. Rounds out. Lands next to him and tracks him, and that allows the ARL V39 to fire a round into his ass. And the M44 claims the kill to end the game. Now that was a very good game. 3 kills for Red Devil 1. Let's see how he managed to get on during that game. Let's see the end of battle results. He's done it! He's got his 3rd mark of excellence in the SU-14-1. Congratulations, Red Devil 1. He also got an ace tanker in that game, and also a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he managed to get 17. So, very consistent performance. Let's have a look at the end of battle, the team scores. And we can see that the highest damage in the game was actually done by the CS52 with 2,840 hit points of damage. The next high score after that being the Object 252 Defender, who managed to get 2,809 hit points. And after that, the Wizzy 1201 GFT with 2,459 hit points. Red Devil 1 was very consistent. He picked up the next highest score with 2,015. So he was actually 4th on damage in the overall game. But when it came to number of kills, he was actually joint 1st, because he managed to get 3 kills. The CS52, the Object 252U Defender, and the T25-2 all managed 3 kills each. But Red Devil 1 was the only one who survived the battle. All the others died in the process of getting 3. And when it came to base XP, he's top with 1,354 base experience points. A lot of that down to the fact that he did get a lot of stun assist. The CS52 managed 1,013 base experience points. And those are the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base in the game. Let's have a look at detail. 15 shots fired, 4 direct hits, 2 penetrations, 12 splash, damage of 2,015 hit points, of which 1,369 were up more than 300 meters, the difference being that Type 64, who was very close to him when he fired a round in at point blank range and hit the guy, and then the M44 finished him off. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 3,164 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. So that really helped tip him over the edge with the stun assist, managed to get the ace tanker. The damage managed to get him the 3rd mark of excellence. On a premium count, he earned 46,548 credits, and after a resupply of ammunition and consumables, he still took away a profit of 33,022 credits. He received 1,354 XP and took away 2,031 experience points altogether. What a fantastic way to get your 3rd mark of excellence, consistent damage, joint top on kills, 4th on damage overall, and a whopping great amount of stun assist. That was an easy battle for Red Devil 1, and he showed his consistency by getting his 3rd mark. Congratulations! If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.